Hey everyone, welcome to this Charts by TRADEway training where I'm going to show you how to set up some settings and profiles in the platform. Let's jump in. All right, I've got us right here on the chart screen now. And the very first thing that I notice a lot of students have trouble with is what looks like a very scrunched up screen. So I'm going to show you how to enlarge that and give yourself some more real estate. Right here, it'll disappear if I take my mouse off of it, but if I put it on it, you can see this little V, if you will, or a pull down button. Let's grab that, click the mouse, and drag it down. And I like to drag it to right about there personally. Ah, yes, I can breathe more easily already. I can see the full chart, and I love this a lot more. Now, you might have different colored candlesticks, and that is okay. If you wanted to change those, you can come in here and click the gearbox. If I click here, you can look at all the annotations, or if I go to charts up here, these are where you can change the colors of your candlesticks. I prefer the white and the black. I know a lot of people like the red and green. I have heard that red and green can increase our emotions because we like seeing green and we're scared of red. It just helps us out psychologically a little better. So if you want to have your setup how I have mine set up, you're going to have the upfill be white and all three of the others here be black. When you have that selected or whatever else you want selected, you can click Save. So there you go. That's the first part that I wanted to show you right there. Next, let's go ahead and take a look at some different profiles as well. So at the top right here, you're going to see it says default profile. If you want to add certain things like indicators, we'll go over that in a second here, but we've got some pre-built ones in here for you. You can see 10, 20, 50 exponential moving average, 10, 20, 50 plus the 100 and 200 simple. There's several different profiles in here you can choose from. For right now, let's just select that first one, the 10, 20, 50 to keep it simple. When I click on that, things change, right? Now we've got the 10, 20, and 50 EMA, red, white, and blue, or in this case, red, gray, and blue, because I have a white background, so I needed the 20 EMA to be gray. And I've also got some volume bars on the bottom here as well. So just like that, with a simple click of the button, I've got some indicators on here as well. I've also got some space on the right-hand side of the screen. So if I want to draw lines, I can draw them into the future. And that's going to be very important as well. Talking about the future and time frames, let's look at the top left real quick. And you can see I have my screen set to a 6-month daily chart. This is where I like to stay as a 6-month daily chart. But if you click on here, you can see several different time frames available to you. And if you want to make that change, you just simply click on it. If I want to look at a 3-month daily chart, you may actually need to click on the letters and numbers, not off to the right here, but click on the letters and numbers, and that'll make the change right there. You can also click the plus button and see a whole bunch of different ones, right? You can see a whole bunch of different time frames. Now, if you want to have a specific one tagged, let's say you want to see, let's pick a 1-year weekly. If you star that, now you come down to your drop down menu here. You can see the 1-year weekly. If you decide, actually, I don't want to save that as being one of the, the quick ones to get to, you can just click the X button and get rid of that there. And then that'll get rid of it. But I usually live on the 6-month daily chart. I will check out a 3-year weekly chart at times, or maybe zoom into a 3-month daily chart, but usually just the 6-month daily chart is where I like to stay. All right, let's go ahead and if we've got this set up here, let's say I want to add in a few more indicators. Near the top right here, we have the indicators drop down, and there are a bunch. Don't let this overwhelm you, and don't try and use all of them. Sometimes keeping it simple can help us out the most. Now, you can see here there's upper indicators, and those are going to be indicators that go on the actual chart. And then there's going to be lower indicators, and those are indicators that are going to go below the chart. I'm going to show that to you in a second here. So let's go ahead and let's do this. Let's add one upper indicator and then one lower indicator. For the upper indicator, I want to add a simple moving average, and I'll add the 200. So first of all, real quick, I always want to unclick show last value. Otherwise, it brings up a pretty annoying box. If you don't know what I'm talking about, click that and you'll see what I mean. Let's put in 200, and I'm going to change it to a dashed line instead of solid. I like to have the line width be 1. And sure, I'll leave it as this kind of yellow orangish color for now. And I'm going to click add. As I do that, you can see it brings up this dashed yellow line, and that's my 200 simple moving average on Apple. You may also notice it brought up a little triangle there, a little flag. That is simply signaling a crossover of the 50 EMA, where the 200 simple crossed above. If I want to click that off, or if I want to take it off, I can just click here on the crossover flag, and that will get rid of it right there. Now, if I decide, oh, I don't want the 200 simple, I can click the X right there and get rid of it. I can also click to edit the parameters if I want to change the color or whatever. Or if I want to hide it real quick, I can just click hide. There you go. Pretty cool. Let's add one more indicator. Let's come down. Whoops, wrong spot. Indicators, here we go. Let's add a lower indicator, and we're going to add stochastics. Okay, stochastics full is what we'll use right now. So we'll add stochastics full. We're going to leave the parameters set as is. We're just going to leave it as the default. If you want to read all about stochastics and how it works, you can read all this here. But for right now, I'm just going to simply add. Now remember, this is a lower indicator. So when I added that, it looks like nothing happened. However, something did happen. I just need to scroll down, and here it is. Here's my stochastics now at the bottom. And you can add several lower indicators, and you can add as many upper indicators as you want. Now, when you have everything set up just the way you like it, you need to go ahead and save the profile. You can't just leave it as is, log off, come back and have it be there again, because the platform's not going to know which profile do you want. There are several you can create. You can see I've got several listed down here below. But what you're going to do when you have everything set up the way you like it, click the down arrow button. That's going to be Save Chart Profile. And now you're going to give it a name. So I'm going to type a new name in here, and I'm going to just do Charts by TRADEway again. Click Save, and there you go. Now you have the Charts by TRADEway profile, and that should save it and leave it there so that when you come back next time, you don't have to re-add all those indicators. Just like you saw here, you can have a bunch of different profiles for different things that you may want to look at. So play around with that, give that a try on your computer, and that'll help you learn things as well. Join us on the next video where we talk about watch lists.